All right, now for our very online segment where we round up the things from the internet we saw this week blowing up that either triggered or delighted us. And in this case, I have to say it's a triggering for me because the pride flag keeps evolving. I keep seeing these people putting out new, even woker versions. And the latest one comes from this activist organization and this trans activist designer. And it is a rainbow flag with the triangle added for the trans colors, black and brown, because apparently race is part of this now, and the intersex flag. For folks that don't know, intersex is like a rare medical condition where people have both genetic markers, I believe. I don't exactly know, but and then this is the part that really triggered me personally, or I should say really content noted me. Um, they put a red umbrella in the middle, which is the symbol for sex work and the sex workers' rights movement. And no, no, that's not part of LGBT. That's not the same thing. No, no.
I want to note here, you literally can barely see the original rainbow pride flag
It's
underneath
almost
all
all
this other.
covered
It's
up.
almost all gone. It's almost all gone. Like, you are being replaced as we speak. Like, they don't care about you anymore. They have bigger fish to fry. Like, this is bonkers to me. Like, you and I have talked about this on the show. I already kind of think it's weird that they lump trans issues in with LGBT issues. Like, I feel like those are two separate things. This is running so far past that where you're like, sex workers? Like, look, I'm for legalizing sex work. I have been for a while. I don't know why there needs to be a pride flag for it. I think it's still an unfortunate profession that many vulnerable people find themselves in, and I would not hope for anybody to feel like they have to work in that field. I don't think they should be criminalized for it or put in jail for it, and that has much worse repercussions. But like, it's not something to be celebrated with a flag, right? Like, it's still a sad sort of environment for those who have to work in that. And I don't mean any disrespect there, but like, there's people in our movement that want to run around being like, rah, rah, sex work. And it's like, no,
No.
you're missing the plot. No, people should not be in jail for sex work. They shouldn't be targeted because of it. They shouldn't be demeaned because of their sex work. But like, I would hope that churches and charities do a lot to try to pull people out of sex work and to erase the need for sex work. And I have no intention of celebrating it or pretending like it's a great thing. It's not.
It's also a
And
choice. That's a
yeah,
thing. At least in this context,
well,
when we're
yeah.
talking about, yeah, we're not talking about human trafficking or anything terrible like that. But like in the voluntary sex work industry, that's a choice of profession that people are making, and you're conflating it with like inanimate characteristics like being gay or having gender dysphoria that people don't choose. And the whole part of the whole argument around the dignity and the equality case for LGBT people is that they're born this way, right? They can't choose it. And then when you're conflating it with things people choose, that, I also don't support the criminalization of sex work at all. But I don't view it as a choice I would want any loved one of mine to make, or something that is amazing or yes, queen at all. And I just certainly don't want it conflated with the pride flag. And it's just beyond parody at this point. The ever evolving nature of this thing. It's like if you fly the normal rainbow flag online, in the real world, it's still very common. But online, that's now like, an alt-right hate symbol in certain corners of Reddit or
You're
woke
not
Twitter.
inclusive.
You're declaring yourself a turf or something. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, we'll move on to what's next. But please stop. Also, just on the design points, this is hideous. It's
Yeah.
hideous.
It's a catastrophe.
Sorry, one more thing. Somebody posted a fixed version with just scissors and they cut out all the bull crap and just the rainbow is left. And they were getting attacked in the comments saying, you're racist, you're transphobic, you're everything. And he replied, he's like, no, the rainbow includes everybody. That's the point of the original rainbow. They don't need a separate black and brown because they're already included. Like,
Right.
and I agree with that completely.
Oh gosh, it's weird. But it is. It's again like the woke eating itself. Like, LGBTQ is no longer good enough for them if you're not like moving full ahead. I noticed they call this the progress flag now. They're not even calling it the pride flag anymore. It's progress flag. And
Well,
it's like,
it's a hard pass for me.
pretty soon they're gonna have like the Mark sign incorporated in there. If you don't incorporate that, then you're a bigot. Like, that's where it's ultimately going. So we see you.